OK, big political concentration this morning because that's what's affecting you. These local elections are tomorrow. Monmouthshire was the only council that was won outright by the Conservatives in Wales in the last election 5 years ago.
Well, ahead of polling day tomorrow, our national reporter Bradley Harris has been to Monmouth to see if people there still think the same way they did in 2017.
It was 5 years ago when the Conservatives took majority control of Monmouthshire. Now they're promising to tackle bread and butter issues, such as fixing streetlights, pavements and putting potholes right as part of their latest local election campaign. But are these the issues voters here in Monmouthshire want to prioritise?
Plan of infrastructure for parking, so people can park easier, for more tourism for buses to come into town, help support the shops, local businesses, and stop them from closing down, really, because they're not getting the customers into the shops.
I'm thinking more of the economy and the way people are struggling with household bills at the moment, but also the health system. You know, the health system is creaking after COVID particularly, so we need more money pushed into certainly health and the economy generally to help people with things like food banks and so on.
Potholes, the Wye Bridge is atrocious. It's like a third world country road. Parking in the town isn't great anymore because there's no room, and taking your kids to school or school times is just chaos, absolute chaos.
Whatever the issues are, can voters here separate local party promises with the much bigger political stories across the UK? Boris Johnson's handling of the cost of living crisis, the war in Ukraine and the continuing developments over Westminster parties held during COVID restrictions could be crucial as we step closer to May the 5th. Kate Watts runs a cafe in Monmouth. She's noticed her high street change over many years and wants to see consistency from the council.
Thanks, bye. I think there's lots of things that have been happening that, you know, could change your mind, but for me personally, no. I think it's about consistency, making sure we've got the same leader at this time. I don't think we should be changing drastically. Obviously, things like Ukraine, cost of living is really important. It's been really, really difficult over the past 5 years, so any government that was in power really would have had a difficult time. And I think it's been handled as best as it really could. Who knows, you know, if it would have been different with somebody else in power. So for me, yeah, I'm quite happy with how it's been handled.
Across Monmouth Bridge, others are looking for a change from a Tory majority.
Or if they got back in Monmouth, I think that would be a real retrograde step. It would be just more of the same, of the same, of the same. Not any positive aspects to them, really.
As they look to build on the gains they made 5 years ago, the Welsh Conservatives are well aware that many voters will be basing their decision on wider issues, including lockdown parties in Downing Street and the cost of living crisis. We'll get a better idea of how true that is at the polls tomorrow. Bradley Harris, GB News, Monmouthshire.
Well, with that, we'll take a break after 9 o'clock. Kinsey Schofield live from LA to talk about the controversy surrounding Kim Kardashian, the Met Gala and Marilyn Monroe. All to come. See you after this.